What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman. Today we're talking about cards you should be buying right now. But before we get to that, we're gonna shout out my sponsor right here on the channel. Awesome brand that is Chainlink. Now, if you don't know who they are, they're an accessories company that also sell t-shirts, hoodies, but really awesome Yu-Gi-Oh stuff like field centers, metal field centers that is. They got even wall banners, like wall flags right here that you can hang up in your room. They have play mats. I mean, you name it, they got it. So definitely go check them out. They're a really awesome company. They even have a Black Friday sale going on right now with their Thunderwave playmat, their Thunderwave collection that is, both their playmat and their metal field center. And let me tell you something, really awesome design. Love the material that they have on their rubber playmat. At least, I mean, it's not the one that you buy from like Konami, like the regular, playmats that they have. It's more of like a luxury type of rubber playmat, so it's an extra type of premium quality rubber playmat, so it's really nice. I think the stitching and everything is so beautifully well done on it. You're gonna love it. And one I wish everyone picked up, but it's out of stock, and I did tell everyone pick this one up. One of my favorite designs that they have here is this Versus Deluxe rubber playmat. Amazing, just love the design of this one. But it's sold out, so if you got yours, congrats. If you didn't, go hit them back up to try to get this restock because it's awesome. And then they even have their other rubber playmats, some of their first ones and their metal field centers on sale for $10. Insane. I love these playmats and these field centers. They're really nice and definitely worth the price tag. I mean, $10 for each of these. Go pick them up. Use my code SPARKMAN for 5% off as well. You'll be doing yourself a favor right there, helping out the channel, but helping out this awesome brand that's really doing you a service right here, selling their stuff for a pretty good price. But let's get right to the video because that's what you came here to see as well. Now, we're covering here the Valy Smasher, some of the cards here in the Valy Smasher set. Valmonica cards, right? Another Valmonica card right here. And then here a Memento card. Why are we covering these three cards together? That is, why are we pairing them up together? Well, they're all fairly on the cheaper side of things. Now, you're looking at the card, you're saying, man, $4, $5, $6, $7. Technically, it's not too cheap, right? It's still worth a bit of change, right? But the problem is that I think these cards are actually going to go in sky high price more, like in my opinion. Why? Because these two are good archetypes, both Memento and Valmonica. They just haven't got the more support yet, right? This is their first introduction into the meta, so these archetypes will be getting much more support in the future. Both really great archetypes, that is. Both look like they have amazing support cards already for this deck that just need a little bit more support coming through, that will probably be in the main sets in a couple months from now. So definitely keep your eye on this. Both those decks look really awesome. All these cards that are both Memento and Valmonica cards in this Valy Smasher set, go ahead and try to pick them up now while they're fairly cheap, I would say. Sure, they're probably going to go down the next 2 weeks still, but long term, these cards will definitely go up because, again, they will get support and they will be relevant, and then people are going to have missed opportunity not picking up these cards. So keep your eye on it. Go pick it up while you can, while it's fairly cheap. All right, one card I want to take a look at as well, Access Code Talker. Did we all forget about Access Code Talker? What's going on here? I feel like this card is still relevant, still good, and still viable in this current meta. And it's fairly cheap for the most part, right? So this card used to be like $60, $70. $30 for a card that still does work, still does things? Go ahead and pick up your copy. I mean, come on now. We don't know when this card is going to get another reprint. I mean, it just got its reprint in Battle of Legend Crystal Revenge that didn't come out too long ago for the most part. So I don't see this card getting reprinted anytime soon. Could it? Sure, it always can get reprinted. Any card can get reprinted in multiple sets at a time. Sure, that's always the worry. But if you're asking me, if they haven't reprinted this card already, which, again, it was only a couple months ago this card got reprinted, I think we're going to wait another year or two before we see this card get reprinted again. And even at that, it's still going to be a good card. And depending on how it's reprinted as well, it's going to be viable. It's still going to be high up there in price. And for the most part, $30 for a card that, again, is still playable, still viable in this meta, and can put in work. Pretty good price. I mean, the gold rare is $30. The secret rare is $30. It's a good card. It's a good card for the price where it's at right now. Okay, another card I want to take a look at here is the Art Eyes Arkray Dragon. Why are we taking a look at this card, especially the Core Century Secret Rare? Well, it's the cover card of Age of Overlord, and a lot of times when we look at cover cards, they're not that great. However, we just looked at Access Code Talker, so sometimes it's great, right? But for the most part, they haven't been great, right? For the most part, these past couple of sets, they haven't been great. But this one's pretty good. but it's being overlooked for some reason. It's a great effect, a great card in general, but it's being overlooked. Why? I don't understand why myself. It doesn't make sense to me. And for the most part, for $17 to $19 or $20, how much you could pick up this card for the Core Century Secret Rare? Go and buy it. Go and buy it. It's a great card. You're gonna do well making yourself buy this card, and the future long-term effect of this card going up is going to be in your favor. I promise you that. Now another card I want to take a look at as well. You guys know I love Signer Dragons. You guys know I'm a collector of these Signer Dragons. And for $9 for the Core Century Secret Rare of this Ancient Fairy Dragon card, it's really good. I mean, it's a shiny card that's always been a nice looking card, even in the anime when it comes out, it's all shiny. So it definitely reflects this in this quality of the rarity. Hoping that they come up with a Starlight Rare as well, but for the Core Century Secret Rare to be so cheap for this one, and for the other Core Century Secret Rares that are Signer Dragons like Stars and Black Rose that have already come out, we know that they're probably going to bring out other QCRs for the other Signer Dragons as well, most likely, if I had to say, at some point. But again, really fairly cheap card. A lot of these cards in Rarity Collection are being kind of undervalued. People don't know how to value them yet. I mean, there's so many cards that have different rarities in this set. Again, it's a set that it still needs time to develop, and there is future long-term success for this set. I mean, if you haven't bought a box yet, keep one sealed at least. I'm telling you, it's worth the price tag it's at right now, because it's only going to go up. And then a lot of the cards in that set in general, they're just undervalued. So the future investment of all these cards that you're seeing at QCR that are very low in price, it's going to do well for you if you pick them up now, because the later on effect of these cards, the price tag on these cards at least, it's going to be kind of insane. So you're going to do well if you pick them up quite early, if I had to say so myself. Now, another card we're looking at from Age of Overlord is Superstar Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis, the anti-Zeus. This card is really, really good. Again, a lot of times we'll always say these cards will get reprinted at some point, but yeah, they get reprinted in the tins probably at the end of next year. So you're going to wait till the end of next year to get this card? No, you want to play the game, obviously, right? You want to be involved in the meta, so you're going to have to pick up this card for now. And this card, yeah, I understand it's like $22. It's a little up there, but it's not too crazy. I honestly think this card within the next month or two is probably going to see a price tag of above $30. So pick them up while they're still fairly cheap, everybody. I mean, for $22 for a card of this magnitude of what it does, take the sacrifice and spend the $20 and get it. Don't wait till later on. And if you want to be relevant and play in the meta, you're going to have to buy this card. It just has to happen. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. And we have here Spellbound. We've been talking about Spellbound months ago, and it's still relevant now. Why? Because the effect. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls cannot be tributed or used as material for a fusion, synchro, XC, or link summon until the end of this turn. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this card will always be relevant no matter what meta we're in. That effect is insane, and the fact that this card is so cheap is insane to me. That's really crazy. So definitely pick up your copy while you can. It's cheap. It's always going to be used, and it's a good staple card to have, just to have in the back pocket, you know? So yeah, the last card we're looking at here is Reinforcement of the Army. I mean, this card has been reprinted a gazillion times, but in this rarity, it is very nice. It does look really nice to add on to your deck. And for $16, you cannot go wrong. It's a great card. It's always been a great card, and it's cheap for a Core Century Secret Rare, especially. Some things I just want to keep an eye on. I know it's not cards, but just to keep an eye on, everybody. These tins are going down, and I know TCG Player is doing their 10% store credit right now, so try to go and take advantage of it. I mean, for $125 for, you know, a case of tins, that's really good. Again, there is long-term success maybe for these promo cards as well. So maybe keeping some sealed will do you a favor, maybe. But for $125, you still can't go wrong for getting 12 tins for this price. One thing as well, Battles of the Crystal Revenge, $43 for this. Listen, this is a good investment opportunity for this one. All right, I'm telling you, all these Starlight Rares in this set, there is a massive success rate that will probably happen in the long run for this. People are just not really looking at it like that, but because also Starlight Rares are kind of going down in price right now because people are kind of fearful of the Core Century Secret Rare and Starlight Rare clashing. So, you know, that's why people are probably devaluing a lot of things, but use your best judgment. I think you know, this set will probably do well long term as well, with Exodia Starlight Rares being all 5 pieces in this one. People are going to want to collect that later on because they're going to be like, wait, I probably should have got that for my collection. Yeah, go pick it up. You know, people are going to actually want this box later on to try to pull it because they forgot that they should have pulled it or should have gotten it at the time. And the last thing I want to look at as well is Duelist Nexus Booster Box, $37. It's an insane price right now. Go pick it up. Again, long-term effects is going to be really good for this one. And $37, you really can't go wrong. I mean, it's so cheap. You just pick it up. Pick it up. Okay? And you're going to do yourself a favor with the 10% store credit as well from TCG Player. But that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below and what cards you think you should be buying right now, or cards you want me to cover in the next market type of video. And we'll catch you next one, like I said. From your truly Sparkman, please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.
I give my all, hey, just to save you, I give all of me.